Sunday morning in Makina Town was bright, so bright it felt like even the sun had put on makeup. Kids played football in the street, gospel music echoed from every corner, and birds seemed to dance to the rhythm. Hallelujah! Amen! Inside a tiny yellow house, Nia sat in front of her cracked mirror, holding a brand new glow goddess kit, a gift from her ever-dramatic best friend, Zuli. "Just a little highlighter," she whispered, picking up her brush. Swish, swish. One stroke, two strokes, and suddenly, oops. Glitter under her eyes, golden oil on her cheeks, silver dust on her forehead. Nia's face was now brighter than the morning sun itself. "Sparkles from outside," Zuli shouted. "Nia! I can see your face from across the street. You're blinding the mural I'm painting." Nia ran to the window, and she wasn't exaggerating. The sunlight hit her face and bounced off, creating a rainbow reflection on Zuli's wall. "Girl, what did you mix?" Zuli laughed. "Makeup or moonlight potion?" Nia grabbed a towel, but the glitter refused to leave. "This glow could guide lost ships home," she groaned. Zuli, still laughing, took out her phone and snapped a selfie. "Perfect! That's your look for Sunday service." Nia's eyes widened. "I'm going to church, not a circus." Zuli grinned. "Same thing, love. People clap in both places." Camera zooms out. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Cue the funky Afrobeat music and laughter echoing through Makina Town. By the time Zuli burst into Nia's room, the place looked like a glitter storm had passed through. Even the poor cat shimmered. Cat Sparkles Zuli froze at the door, paintbrush still in her hand. You call this makeup? My friend, you look like a traffic light that found Jesus." Nia covered her glowing face. "Don't laugh, Zuli. I just wanted a little shine for Sunday." Zuli marched over, eyes sparkling with mischief. "Relax, I'm an artist. I can fix this. Makeup is just paint for the soul." Before Nia could protest, swish. Zuli dipped her brush into a paint palette, yes, her actual art paints, and started decorating Nia's cheeks with bright pink streaks, tiny green dots, and a thin golden line beneath her eyes. "There!" Zuli stepped back proudly. "Now you look like a queen from the future." Nia turned to the mirror and gasped. "I look like the African flag went to a carnival." Zuli clapped her hands dramatically. "Exactly! Bold, powerful, unforgettable." Outside, church bells rang. "Ding dong, ding dong." Nia's jaw dropped. "We're late for service." Zuli shrugged, grabbing her handbag and spinning her paintbrush like a magic wand. "Don't worry, they'll forgive us. You're bringing divine light today." Nia groaned, "Or a solar flare." The two friends dashed out, Zuli's paint-splattered jacket flapping behind her, and Nia's glowing face lighting up the whole street. As they disappeared into the crowd, one old lady shouted, "Someone turn down the brightness on that girl." Cue laugh track. Afrobeat rhythm kicks in. Scene fades to gold. The streets of Makina Town had never seen such a spectacle. Nia and Zuli stepped out of the house, and immediately heads turned. Birds stopped mid-flight. Kids dropped their footballs. Vendors paused mid-sale. Even the street dogs stared in awe or fear. Dog Sparkles, girl, you're shining so bright. I can see you from my rooftop. Zuli whispered, nudging Nia forward like a proud coach. Nia squinted at the sun reflecting off her glittery face. I swear, Zuli, people might need sunglasses just to look at me. The two friends strutted down the street like a parade. Zuli twirled her paintbrush. Nia's glittering cheeks sparkled with every step. Their reflection bounced off car windows, walls, and even a puddle, creating a mini rainbow trail behind them. Rainbow, an elderly auntie muttered from her doorway. Even angels don't shine this bright. Zuli smirked. Confidence, my sister, confidence. Meanwhile, the kids started pointing and whispering, look, a human disco ball. Is that magic? Nia tried to hide behind Zuli, but it was too late. They had become the talk of the town. As they approached St. Umoja Church, the church doors seemed to open dramatically, as if anticipating a grand entrance. The choir, mid-note, paused. One soprano's jaw literally dropped. Musical notes astonished face. Uh-oh, Nia whispered. I think they actually see me coming, Zuli grinned. Exactly. Let the town witness the glow revolution. Camera pans up to the sky, glitter sparkles dancing in the sunlight, upbeat Afrobeat soundtrack playing. Crowd gasps and laughter echo through the streets. The church doors swung open with a dramatic creak, and suddenly, silence. Nia tiptoed in, glitter sparkling like tiny fireworks with every step. Zuli followed behind, twirling her paintbrush like a scepter. The choir, mid-hymn, froze. One soprano's mouth hung open, a note trapped in her throat. Even the organist's fingers hovered over the keys. Musical keyboard astonished face Pastor Kofi, mid-prayer, paused and squinted. Is that divine light or a solar flare? Nia froze. She felt like a glowing comet in a sea of stunned faces. Good morning, she whispered, her glittery cheeks glowing brighter than the stained glass. Zuli leaned over and whispered, relax, bestie. They're just overwhelmed by your aura. From the back, Auntie Malika whispered to Mrs. Okoro, I told you, that child mixes holy water with sparkle. The camera zoomed in on Nia's face. Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Her cheeks twinkled, her forehead shimmered, and a stray glitter particle floated mid-air like it had its own life. The congregation slowly started murmuring. One little boy tugged his mother's sleeve. Mom, is she a superhero? Pastor Kofi cleared his throat and raised his hands dramatically. Brothers and sisters, behold, the spirit of shine has graced our church. Everyone erupted, clapping, cheering, some laughing so hard they nearly fell off their pews. Zuli did a little spin, proud as ever, while Nia face-bombed and muttered, I'm never living this down. The organist hit a chord, the choir resumed, cautiously, though, and the sunlight caught Nia's glitter face perfectly. Cue animated sparkle sound effect. Ding ding ding. Pastor Kofi stepped closer, his eyes squinting at Nia's sparkling face. Brothers and sisters, I believe the spirit of shine has truly blessed us today, he announced, raising his hands like a superhero summoning magic. Raised hand sparkles, the congregation gasped. Some dropped their hymn books. One elderly gentleman nearly fell off his chair. Zuli whispered in Nia's ear, "See? Told you. You're a miracle now." Nia groaned, tugging at her glittery cheek. Miracle? More like a walking disco ball. Auntie Malika leaned over to Mrs. Okoro. I told you, child. That one mixes glitter with holy oil. Only in Makina Town. Meanwhile, the choir resumed cautiously, adding extra amens with suspicious looks. Every time Pastor Kofi gestured, Nia's glitter reflected across the church like tiny stars bouncing off the pews. Glowing star from the back, one little boy whispered, Mom, I think she's magic. Zuli, ever the showwoman, grabbed a stray paintbrush from her bag and did a little spin. Magic, miracle, or masterpiece, who cares? She's shining. Nia sighed. I can't believe this. I'll be famous for a Sunday service. Pastor Kofi, completely absorbed in the moment, walked up to Nia, gently touching her shoulder. My child, the Lord works in mysterious ways, and sometimes He uses glitter. The congregation erupted into laughter and applause, clapping rhythmically as if the sparkle itself was part of the music. Nia looked at Zuli, who winked. See, told you, glow saves Sundays. Cue animated sparkle sound effects. Ding ding ding. And Afrobeat background music as the camera pans to sunlight streaming through the windows. As Nia and Zuli stepped out of St. Umoja Church, the sunlight caught Nia's glitter face again. Sparkle, 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 making her look like a walking rainbow. Rainbow sparkles, the neighborhood aunties were already gathered, hands on hips, leaning over their fences, whispering fiercely. She mixed makeup with anointing oil. Auntie Malika hissed. No, 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 that's the new Holy Glow brand. I saw it on TikTok. Auntie Cheapo countered, shaking her head. Child, even the sun is jealous of her shine, muttered Auntie and Jerry, squinting. Nia tried to hide behind Zuli, whispering, Can we go home before they start a neighborhood committee against me? Zuli laughed. Relax. You're a walking festival. People love a spectacle. A group of kids ran past, pointing at Nia's sparkling cheeks. Look, it's a disco angel. They're right. She glows more than the church candles. Even the street vendors paused mid-sale. One man held up a loaf of bread. Buy some bread and pray for a little sparkle in your life. Zuli winked at Nia. See, fame has its perks. Nia groaned, brushing imaginary glitter off her shoulders. I just wanted a little shine, not to start an epidemic. Meanwhile, one elderly man shook his head. In my day, we prayed for health, not a human lighthouse. The camera zoomed in on Nia's glittery nose, catching the sunlight perfectly. Ding, ding, ding. The kids laughed, the aunties whispered, and Zuli danced down the street, paintbrush in hand. Nia sighed, maybe next Sunday, I'll just wear chapstick, Zuli chuckled. And miss all this fun? Never! Cue upbeat Afrobeat music, birds chirping, and animated sparkle effects as the camera pans over Makina Town's lively streets. By the evening, Makina Town was buzzing, not from church bells this time, but from the internet. Some cheeky neighbor had filmed Nia's glittery face and posted it on TikTok. The caption, "Girl shines like an angel in Sunday service." Hashtag glow sermon, hashtag holy highlight, hashtag Makina glow. Within minutes, the video went viral. Kids danced in the streets trying to imitate her sparkle. Vendors sold glittery chapati and mini disco angels toys. Even the church janitor peeked at his phone between mopping, shaking his head. Faced with tears of joy, Zuli laughed so hard she almost spilled her paint supplies. "Nia, look at all this chaos. You're a star." Nia, holding her phone, groaned. "I can't go anywhere without people pointing and whispering angel in sneakers." Comments rolled in faster than a runaway minibus. "Her face is brighter than my future. Did she just bless my feed?" "Makeup level, God mode." Zuli leaned over, whispering mischievously, "This is perfect. We could start a makeup line, Holy Glow by ZNN." Nia raised an eyebrow. "A business based on my Sunday disaster?" Zuli nodded enthusiastically. "Exactly. People want a little divine sparkle in their lives." Meanwhile, Pastor Kofi's phone rang non-stop. His congregation's WhatsApp group was full of Nia memes, her sparkling cheeks photoshopped onto angels, disco balls, even superheroes. Nia sighed, glitter still catching the last rays of the sun. "Next Sunday, I'm staying home." Zuli winked. "And miss all this fame?" "Never." Makina Town just got brighter. Camera zooms out, animated sparkle sound effects, Afrobeat rhythm kicks in, streets alive with laughter, dancing, and twinkling chaos. By the next morning, Makina Town streets were buzzing, and this time, it wasn't just gossip. Nia and Zuli had set up a small stall under a bright yellow awning, Holy Glow by ZNN, shine like an angel. Kids crowded around, pointing at glittery samples. "Can I have the one that makes me sparkle like Nia?" one shouted. Teenagers peeked nervously. "Does this come in choir-friendly sparkle?" Even Pastor Kofi stopped by, squinting. "I suppose moderation is key." Zuli, wearing her paint-stained jacket like a superhero cape, enthusiastically painted streaks of glitter on willing customers. Nia mixed shimmering powders in tiny jars, trying to keep her own face relatively low glitter. "Everyone wants a glow." Zuli cheered, tossing glitter like confetti. Nia muttered, "And everyone's going to regret it when it gets everywhere." A group of kids ran past, leaving a trail of sparkling footprints. "Look, we're angels too," they shouted. One vendor leaned over. "How much for a little sparkle?" Zuli grinned. "Free today, if you promise to dance." Customers laughed and twirled around, glitter flying in every direction. Rainbow sparkles, even Pastor Kofi couldn't resist. He lightly tapped Nia's cheek. "A small sparkle never hurt anyone," Nia groaned but smiled. "See, the whole town is addicted." By sunset, glitter coated every rooftop, wall, and shoe in Makina Town. Nia and Zuli laughed until they could barely breathe, high-fiving and tossing glitter in the air. "Glow saves Sundays, Zuli," Nia said. "Or starts glitter wars," Zuli replied with a wink. Camera pans over Makina Town, sparkling streets, dancing kids, laughing aunties, upbeat Afrobeat music, animated glitter sound effects filling the scene. A month later, Makina Town hosted its annual Afro-Urban Street Fashion Day, and this year, Nia and Zuli were the surprise stars. The streets had been transformed into a colorful runway. Banners fluttered, kids danced along the sidewalks, and everyone whispered about the Holy Glow Queens. Rainbow sparkles. Zuli had painted Nia's face with subtle sparkles this time, just enough to glow under the sun without blinding anyone. "Ready for your close-up, superstar?" Zuli asked, spinning her paintbrush like a baton. Nia rolled her eyes but smiled. "Let's just survive this without someone fainting." The music kicked in, funky Afrobeat drums, claps, and horns. The crowd cheered as Nia and Zuli strutted down the street like queens, waving at everyone. Kids tried to imitate their walks, but ended up tripping over glitter footprints from last month. Faced with tears of joy, vendors threw confetti and tiny sparkles into the air, turning the streets into a twinkling carnival. Even Pastor Kofi appeared in the audience, trying not to laugh at his own glitter disciple. By the time they reached the end of the runway, Nia's cheeks shone under the sunlight. Zuli had streaks of paint on her arms, and the crowd erupted in applause. "Encore! Encore!" Nia whispered to Zuli, "Maybe glowing isn't so bad after all." Zuli winked. "See, I told you, sparkle and confidence are the perfect mix." A stray cat jumped onto the stage, glitter sticking to its fur, and everyone laughed. Even the old aunties clapped, muttering, "I swear, only in Makina Town." Camera pans up, sunlight glinting off glitter, Afrobeat music booming, animated sparkle effects everywhere, laughter and applause echoing across the town. The next morning, Makina Town looked like a glitter explosion had taken place overnight. Streets sparkled under the sun, rooftops shimmered, and even the local goats had a faint glitter trail on their fur. Goat sparkles. Zuli and Nia walked out of their shop, mouths wide open. "Oh," Nia whispered, "we may have overdone it." Kids ran past, leaving sparkling footprints. Vendors sold glitter dust instead of flour. Even the town fountain glistened like a disco ball. Auntie Malika shook her head. "I told you, the children of Makina Town don't need this much shine." Old Mr. Okoro squinted at a glitter-coated bicycle. "My rims are sparkling more than my grandchildren." Zuli, ever the optimist, tried to stay calm. "It's fine. Just a little festival chaos." fun, right? But it wasn't fine. The church doors were stuck because Nia's glittery face had reflected in the sunlight and temporarily blinded the handyman. Birds refused to land on sparkling rooftops. One stray cat refused to walk, apparently offended by the excessive shine. Cat sparkles, Nia sighed. Zuli, what started as a Sunday glow has turned into a glitter pandemic. Zuli spun her paintbrush dramatically. Well, at least people are happy. Suddenly, Pastor Kofi appeared, sunglasses on, waving his arms. Children, please, let's tone it down before the whole town becomes a disco ball. Nia groaned. I just wanted a little shine, Zuli laughed, tossing glitter into the air. And instead, we lit up Makina Town for life. Camera pans over the sparkling chaos, streets glowing, kids dancing, aunties gossiping, birds flying away, Afrobeat soundtrack playing, animated sparkle effects everywhere. Makina Town woke up to glitter everywhere. Roofs, streets, even the market stalls shimmered like rainbow confetti. Nia and Zuli groaned. Okay, this has gone too far, Nia said, rubbing her glittery cheeks. Zuli clapped her hands. Time for Operation Sparkle Cleanup. Buckets of water, soap, brushes, and sponges appeared magically from their shop. Even the kids joined, giggling as they tried to scrub glitter off walls, dogs, and old Auntie Malika's hat. Sparkles, watch it. That's my best hat, Auntie Malika shouted, ducking as a stray glitter bomb hit her. Zuli turned on the hose. Water shot everywhere. Glitter floated in the air like tiny stars. Nia slipped on a sparkling puddle, landing on her backside with a splash. Ow! I think the glitter is alive. A group of kids squealed, tossing buckets of soapy water over each other. Even the stray cat from last week got involved, chasing a floating glitter ball and sliding across the street. Cat sweat droplets. Pastor Kofi arrived, shaking his head. Children, if I see even one speck of glitter tomorrow, Nia laughed, pointing at Zuli. You were the mastermind. Zuli winked. It's all part of the fun. Glitter teaches teamwork. By the afternoon, streets sparkled less, rooftops were mostly clean, and Makina Town began to look normal again, but just barely. A few stubborn glitter spots remained, glinting like tiny suns everywhere. Nia sighed, brushing the last shimmer from her hair. Glow is good, but peace is better. Zuli twirled her brush one last time. Agreed for now. Camera pans over Makina Town, streets wet, laughter echoing, kids dripping soap bubbles, sparkle remnants glinting in the sun. Afrobeat outro plays. Sunday arrived again, and Makina Town felt different, calmer, brighter, and alive with laughter. Nia walked outside, wearing soft cream makeup and a simple scarf. Her cheeks glowed naturally, no glitter, no disco ball shine. She smiled softly, feeling calm. Zuli had painted a mural on the church wall. True glow comes from within. The vibrant colors swirled across the bricks, blues, yellows, and earthy reds dancing together. Rainbow sparkles. Pastor Kofi stepped outside, nodding with a smile. Children, today we see the glow of joy, creativity, and friendship. No extra sparkle required. Auntie Malika clapped, smiling proudly. Finally! Shine without chaos. Nia turned to Zuli. You know, the real glow isn't in glitter. It's in laughter, friendship, and helping people smile. Zuli winked. See, I knew it. But admit it, a little sparkle never hurt anyone. The kids ran past, playing near the mural, some with tiny glitter streaks still stuck to their clothes. Even the stray cat, now slightly shimmering, rolled happily in the sun. Cat sparkles, Nia laughed, lifting her hand toward the sky as if catching the sunlight itself. Zuli twirled beside her, paintbrush in hand. Together, they looked like a perfect balance of fun and calm, color and light. The camera panned up, golden sunlight, the mural shining, the town alive with music, birds, and laughter. Nia and Zuli's smiles reflected the true glow of Makina Town. Cue upbeat Afrobeat outro, animated sparkle effects subtle and gentle, the kind that comes from joy, friendship, and heart. The end.